Hi everyone, Pocono Prepper here. I'm just sitting down and I'm figuring out my bills. You know, I can't believe, but they all want their money every month. I don't know what it is about these people. You know, you think they'd let you go a month or two, but they don't. They want their money every month. And I just wish there was a way that I knew how much was coming out and when it was coming out and how to do this. I've talked to my friends about this and they say, well, I know exactly when my money's coming. I know exactly how much I have to put out so I don't have to worry about it. But boy, you know, I wish there was a way that I would know. Well, you know what? There is a way, and it's called making a budget. Now, a budget is kind of like a four-letter word anymore. People don't want to hear budget. They want to be able to spend their money and have what they want and do what they want with no responsibility. And if they get too far in debt, they'll just file bankruptcy because that's the American way. Well, you know what? It can't be the American way anymore, and somebody has to start somewhere. So I think it ought to start with us. So if you've never made a budget before, I'm going to give you a couple little tips. First thing you want to do is sit down with either your bank statement if you get one in paper, or you want to sit down with your computer and go online and go through all of your bills that come out, and take a paper and write down on the paper every single thing that came out and when it came out. And by that I mean, when did your lights come out? When does your cell phone come out? When does your house phone come out? When does your car insurance come out? When do you make your car payment? When is your rent due? When is your renter's or homeowner's insurance come out? How much do you spend in gas every week? You need to write it all down on a piece of paper, put it in categories, make little lines and fill it all out. And then you'll have a miscellaneous line, and that miscellaneous line will be for every time you went to the store, every time you bought something that you didn't think you were going to, oh, Claire's Boutique. What did I get at Claire's? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember I bought little hair things for my niece. You forget these things, and then it comes out of your account, and you don't know where they are. So have a miscellaneous group. Have a food group. Record everything that you're spending. Record how many times you went to the Mac. And if you can't remember what you bought with the Mac, this is where a budget is going to help. Once you get everything written down on your piece of paper, then what you want to do is get a calendar, okay? And on your calendar, and this is just an example, this is one of those free calendars, that you get that you can throw away. What you want to do is write down, now I don't know what your bills are, these are certainly not my bills, but it's just an example to give you an idea. Write down every single week what it is, when your lights come out, how much it is. What is your sewer bill if you have it? How much do you spend in gas? Now, I put $70 for gas. I don't know what you spend in gas. I spend a lot more than $70 a week in gas because I travel. But write it all down, and then you know what? When you get paid, you have this calendar, and you know exactly what's coming out and when it's coming out. And you may be surprised to find out that for what your paycheck is, you may not have enough to cover one of these weeks. And you may find that on another week, you have almost nothing that has to come out. So that gives you two options. You can either call the people that are in this first group and ask them to change your billing date to another time, or take the money from this area and put it away into this one. Now, Crown.org teaches you to do a process called envelopes. And you can do it online. It's free. It's Crown, CROWN.org. And they have a lot of ways to teach you how to manage your money. But you can easily do envelopes at home by taking the cash and putting the cash in the specific envelope and keeping it in a drawer or somewhere handy that you know where it's going to be. But the problem with this is that if you're not a responsible person, if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of self-control, you're going to have a really hard time with this. But you know what? As a prepper and as somebody that wants to survive and even live well, being debt-free and being fiscally responsible is one of the ways to do it. So if you don't have a budget, sit down and start making one. Believe me, it's for your own benefit. And then you'll know exactly where every dime is going and what's happening. And it'll help you to realize exactly where you are in things. And then you're going to know what you can cut back on, what kind of foolish spending you did, and how much extra money you have that you can put towards paying off things like credit cards, which can be one of the bills that you have that you need to pay. So get a budget, because a budget is a good thing.